It's Madden NFL 22, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Bengals and the Bears coming up next.
One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport, and one of the best home crowds in any sport. Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and CD, our matchup here in this one, as so many do, revolves around the quarterback position. We've got an interesting pairing here. Joe Burrow of the Bengals, Andy Dalton of the Bears.
And I think for me, and this isn't an original thought by any stretch, and probably for these two head coaches as well, the key for them is going to be limiting the turnovers, limiting the free possessions. I mean, this isn't saying anything you don't already know, but you've got to be able to make the most out of your drives and see if your defense can help you out and take the ball away from the other team and give you a few extras.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Brandon Wilson to return it. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Time to see the Bengals offense go to work. And leading them out, the #1 overall pick of the 2020 draft, Joe Burrow, now his second season out of LSU.
And what a rookie season he had indeed. A knee injury knocked him out in Week 11 at Washington. And while the Bengals only won 2 of his 10 starts, I think everyone around the league and anyone who watched the NFL came away impressed. 13 touchdowns, just 5 interceptions, nearly 270 yards a game passing, the 3rd most by a rookie in NFL history.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards there and a Bengal first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And Tyler Boyd's one of those guys that seems to fly under the radar, but he finds ways to get open, and he has nice hands. He's averaged right around 80 catches a year his last 3 seasons.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This goes out wide for Mixon. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now Burrow. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. To the air again, Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. A 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Complete to his tight end Sample. And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
A handoff to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And for the first time, here comes the Chicago Bear offense, led out by the veteran in his first season in Chicago, but 11th overall, the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton.
A day one starter his rookie year. He also won a whole lot of games as well. First 5 years, the Bengals went to the playoffs each and every year. Continues to evolve as a quarterback, learning how to work around a running game, an offensive line, and receivers that continue to develop.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And Dalton to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
It's almost not fair when you talk about Allen Robinson to talk about how dependable he is, but that's a great word for him. Last year, first time he's gone over 100 receptions in his career, and he makes a nice catch there for a first down.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mixon will try the right side. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, a give to Mixon. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Space to run past the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's a give to Mixon. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd and 8. Here's Burrow. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Bengals are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Burrow will throw. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Bengals have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. From the 6. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Charles, Chicago's offense comes back out here, and as they do, want to ask you about what's going on there. 8-8 last year for the 2nd consecutive season. Did get into the playoffs, but lost in the wild card round. But this is one of those franchises, CD, it seems, where you're always talking about the quarterback position. Well, they get Fields, but now it looks like Andy Dalton is the guy. How do you see this playing out, and how long until we probably see Fields under center?
I love how you pose that because you spend a lot of time in the Midwest, as do I. And anytime you talk to a Bears fan, it's always about the fact that they haven't had their franchise quarterback since, a lot of people say Jim McMahon. Before that, you'd say Sid Luckman. They just have not had that person. Now they draft Justin Fields, and he's not going to start week 1. A lot of Bears fans are unhappy about that. But the staff wants to bring him along slowly. I don't think it'll be as slow as they expect. He creates big plays, and that only helps a really good defense if they can get some offense going.
I just have to say that I looked up Sid Luckman while you were talking. He played from 1939 to 1950. So if he and McMahon are the two, I guess it's time in Chicago for a stalwart under center.
And 2021 in the draft, the first tight end off the board, Florida's Kyle Pitts at number 4 to Atlanta. The first tight end taken in 2020 was this guy, Cole Kmet, number 43 overall. Really started to come on late last season. A good grab there for a first down.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
It's been a long day for you. 50 seconds. Mike, 50 seconds.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From just shy of midfield, Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground. Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's gonna bring up 4th down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Cincinnati Bengals coming back out here, Charles. Let's talk about Cincinnati. Of course, last year, the Joe Burrow injury was the headline, and that kind of took the train off the tracks. They finished 4-11-1. Now Burrow is back. What are the expectations here year 2 with him under center?
Well, you mentioned Joe Burrow's rookie year. Despite the losing record, no one was more impressive as a first-year player than Joe Burrow. He was terrific. I think he'll get back and play even better this year, especially as he gains confidence after returning from injury. Adding in Jamar Chase as a wide receiver, a big-time move. Jackson Carman as an offensive lineman. But all in all, tough division. Chasing Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and Baltimore. That's a heck of a battle. Yeah,
and of course, Bengals fans know all too well it's now been 3 decades without a postseason win. That's the longest active streak in the National Football League. So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. Play action. It's Burrow. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Open man is Uzama. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here we go. 180.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And Burrow going to throw again. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep to Bird. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
There you go. There you go.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They'll run on first down. Montgomery. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And now to the air, Dalton. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A gain of 37.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Dalton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Dalton now to pass. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. That'll bring up 4th down as the Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. The return man, Wilson. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Burrow on play action. He will find his man Chase complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And Jamar Chase won the 2019 Biletnikoff Award as the nation's top receiver while at LSU. And the guy who threw him the passes there, Joe Burrow, now is quarterback at Cincinnati.
Gun.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, Mixon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here we go.
They'll give it to Mixon. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
3 tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
It's been unbelievable. Like a well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, They're leaping the shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit in every direction, and they have no answers thus far.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Montgomery running right. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Dalton here from the gun. That's complete to Mooney. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give. This is Montgomery. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Dalton. And incomplete.
Just nowhere to go with the football. He was forced to put that one into Lake Michigan. I think his receivers have to do a better job of working free because he didn't have anywhere to go at all on that play.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Dalton. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
57 to Mike.
Montgomery back to the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Second and 11.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Passing, it's Dalton. And they were looking to set up the screen, but that's going to be incomplete. Almost wound up going the other way. Well covered defensively, and it'll bring up 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Mike 55.
Andy Dalton. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
On 1st down, it's Montgomery. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offer to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down.
55 is Mike, guys, 55. Here we go.
And Dalton to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. Santos' kick is up and through. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. Wilson now on the return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things happen perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, CD, something that we've done for a number of years as the season gets going is we get predictions on each side. Let's start with the AFC. Who do you have in 2021 as your division winners?
Well, let's go to the East, and I think Buffalo repeats, although New England, they got better in the offseason, and despite starting a rookie quarterback in Mac Jones, I think they'll make a nice run at the Buffalo Bills this year. In the North, what a battle you have there. Three-way. Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Baltimore. I like Baltimore in the division, but Cleveland will be right there, and Pittsburgh will make a run at the playoffs. In the South, I think it's Tennessee's division to lose. Indianapolis had a number of injuries in the offseason, and Jacksonville and Houston, they're trying to get there. And then out west, it's still Kansas City. But I love what the Los Angeles Chargers have done in the offseason.
All right, CD, and then if you had to pick, who do you have winning the AFC?
Well, I'm going to go against type here, Brandon, because teams aren't supposed to sustain as long as the Kansas City Chiefs have. But despite a retooled offensive line, I do think that they get back there again. What happened to them in the Super Bowl against Tampa Bay, that serves as great motivation. They want to get back and atone themselves.
Here's Kevin Huber now, standing just outside his own goal line. Yikes. Terrible kick, headed straight for the sideline.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts, one of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. Despite only needing 1, Dalton to throw. And he checks this one down to Williams. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. And not what you're looking to do on 3rd and 1, completing the pass, but going backward.
I have zero explanation for that because 3rd and 1, you just figure snap, throw, first down, right? Easy play. But end up losing yardage on it. That's hard to account for.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So that's 3 field goals for him now, but heck, he's not even halfway to his career best of 7.
Seems like the 7 field goal games are the kind of games I always get assigned to in my other job. Let's hope for this offense's sake they can start cashing in on a few of these drives.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. Now it's Wilson. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Now Burrow on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Morgan. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
First down. Here's Burrow. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. The tight end, C.J. Uzama, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Here we go. Right 80. Right shot. Right 80.
Now Burrow.
Right shot.
Flush marker. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Burrow looking to pass. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Okay, let's go back, Charles, to your preseason predictions. You gave us what you thought on the AFC. How about the NFC side in 2021?
All right, how about the Washington football team winning the NFC East? I think in the North, Bay comes back and represents again. In the South, Tampa Bay, who finished second in their division last year to New Orleans, they win the division this time. And then out west, the Los Angeles Rams with their new quarterback, Matthew Stafford. And I like the Los Angeles Rams in an upset over Tampa Bay to win the NFC.
And then earlier you said the Chiefs on the AFC side, so who do you have here winning it all?
Well, winning it all is going back to Kansas City, baby. Patrick Mahomes for the third straight year in the Super Bowl. This time he wins. He'll be 2 for 3.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory.
The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Now Dalton. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We saw a strong first half from our quarterback. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Cincinnati. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back. Quarter number 3.
The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start.
Still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Dalton, bootlegs out. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to use him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
They'll run on first down. Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
5.
From midfield here, Dalton.
Open man is Komet, the tight end.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
They're looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a kind of life that this offense needed. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson with it. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Dalton now to pass. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Robinson. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
3rd down from the gun, Dalton. Throw left side, complete to Bird. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw, and it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it, and the Bengals will get the football back.
But Charles, we got a second here. Let's talk about rookies this year in 2021 and who really sticks out. On the offensive side, everyone always looks at quarterbacks. So Trevor Lawrence and Mac Jones probably the headliners.
Yeah, rightly so. Zach Wilson will go in there as well because all three will have the ball from game one. Najee Harris as a runner with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Devontae Smith, Jamar Chase as receivers with Philadelphia and Cincinnati. I'm going with Mac Jones because I think he's going to get his team to the playoffs after a year's absence. And he was kind of the unlikely guy to be the starter right out of the gate, and he's getting the ball right from the beginning.
All right, so you've got him as your offensive rookie of the year. How about the defensive side?
Well, I love Micah Parsons with Dallas as a linebacker. He's been a starter since the moment they drafted him. How about J.C. Horn and Pat Surtain as cornerbacks? Greg Rousseau as a pass rusher with the Buffalo Bills. And that's where I'm going with my defensive rookie of the year, Greg Rousseau. Double-digit sacks as a rookie, powers the Bills back to another big playoff appearance.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially nothing on that with no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And his throw here is incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, let's get back to taking a tour around our preseason predictions. Charles, I need your nod for most valuable player.
Well, how about Derrick Henry? Imagine if he gets back to 2,000 yards. It'd be the first time in NFL history that a runner goes back-to-back seasons with 2,000. And don't forget, he gets a 17th game this year. That could easily happen. How about Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, the leading quarterbacks? We always talk about quarterbacks. But Aaron Donald, he gets close, but never gets over the top. Defensive players don't get enough love. And here's my swing. Justin Herbert gets the Los Angeles Chargers to the playoffs and has a monster year as a second-year quarterback. Herbert or Donald? I'll go with Aaron Donald. Go with the defense.
Oh, okay. Last non-quarterback to win it, by the way, Adrian Peterson, 2012.
And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
From the 36, Dalton.
That's complete right side to Kmet.
75 yards receiving for him now. And it's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on it to pick up a first down.
On first down, it's Montgomery. And a tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27.
To throw here, Dalton. And this is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was...
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Dalton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game, but why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow off this one, deep left sideline. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Burrow on play action. His throw incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Burrow will throw. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
Beautiful throw right there on third down, and it looked like this was going to be 6 points, but a nice touchdown-saving tackle at the end of this. Even still, this offense is knocking on the door now with a 1st and goal at the 1.
Now's the time. Don't give him nothing.
Here we go. 180.
Mixon.
Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. Ball at no gain, and it's going to be 2nd goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Another shot, 2nd and goal.
Mixon again.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And that one makes this a 19-point game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now a 1st down carry, it's Williams. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They run it again with Williams. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Dalton. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Over the middle, complete. It's Boyd. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And the Bengals are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here we go. Here we go. Right 80. Right shot. Let's go.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth. They'll come out in the pistol. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense got crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And they'll run again. And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Burrow going for it on 4th. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
McPherson now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time a 6-play drive, and it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense.
And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
I got you. 57.
1st and 10 for Dalton.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
Yeah, and that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And Dalton to throw.
This one swung out to Williams.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
So Dalton now. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey, check Mike 57.
Another chance for Dalton. Caught on the slant.
And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here's Dalton. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
You can't block me. You can't.
Handoff comes to Montgomery. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Dalton on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Damian Williams there to make the grab. And the Bears are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code. Yeah,
they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And that'll make this a 19-point game. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. The return man, Wilson. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a 1-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. Now, I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that will be incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 43. Throwing, Dalton. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now a throw here, hauled in. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Call it a gain of 5, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Bengals will get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 57 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
It's always been funny to me, Brandon, when coaches always talk about on hot days like the one we have here, oh, it's hot for both teams. But when one team has the advantage, when one team is running the ball really well and closing things out, it's hotter for the defensive side, and they sag a lot quicker.
Yeah, they say the dog days of August, the heat we're seeing here today, dog days of September, and the advantage right now on the offensive side. Mixon with a 1st down carry. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
On 2nd down now, Mixon trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
One, ready?
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. He gets this one to Boyd. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. 4th down trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
They'll give it to Mixon. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon.
A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they look like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
McPherson on for the point after.
And that will bump the lead up to 26. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Chicago offense set to get started.
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
In your face. 57 to Mike.
Dalton, 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Dalton here from the gun. There's Mooney with another catch. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Dalton now to pass. And he checks this one down to Williams. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. 3rd and 2 for Dalton. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.